yourself with wonderful lieutenants who want to carry out your leadership. And can you walk us through your journey to leadership a little bit?
I would love to. So I have spent my entire career in the nonprofit space, which has been really rewarding and also very interesting because I have such a specific nonprofit lens. I started off in the nonprofit arts sector. So I was a dancer and started working at a theater where I would perform and then ended up working at the Dallas Symphony Orchestra and the Nasher Sculpture Center. So really involved in both performing and visual arts. And it was an amazing opportunity to get to know a lot of the movers and shakers of Dallas. But it got to the point where, I was making about $40,000 a year trying to compete with people who were making $40 million a year and would drop $4 million on a piece of art. And I was living in downtown Dallas. And so I would walk to work and see poverty everywhere that I was going. And growing up in a suburb of Dallas, it was just something that I hadn't really come across. We knew that some people were doing not as well as other people, but see the same people living on the streets every single day, and then to go to work and be selling $4 million of pieces of art. It was a really interesting dichotomy in my brain. So I took a step back from that and went into social services. And it was a very big change. It was very jarring because suddenly, I was working with the wealthiest individuals in Dallas, and suddenly I'm dealing with individuals who are living in their cars. And so that was just this incredibly radical change for me to be able to process. And it was at the same time that I got pregnant with my first child. I started this new job and I started getting much more civically involved in different groups and just being more aware of how our city is put together, the issues facing Dallas. And so it was just a very eye-opening journey for me, was able to be in leadership positions during this time, and then was starting to get more interested in culture because nonprofits don't always have the best resources for culture and leadership. Because we're so cash strapped, all of our focus is mission, as it should be. It's very important and very programmatic, right? Like, how do we support our clients? But that doesn't really give a lot of support to the people who are doing the work. And I became really interested in how can we support the employees? How can we support the team? Nonprofit retention is terrifying. I mean, usually it's maybe 12 to 14 months that an employee will stay with a nonprofit. And that's just bad for business. It's bad for the employees. It's bad for the clients who have already faced so much trauma and turnover in their life. And now they're facing this again. They form these relationships with their caseworkers and then they're gone within a few months. And so just wanted to start building a leadership led culture that was inclusive and honestly that was flat. We had a lot of hierarchy in a lot of our organizations that I thought was very needless. And to be able to create an organization where if you need something, you can go directly to the person that you need it from. And so that was really important to me. So when I took the helm of Dwell with Dignity, I wanted to create a culture that was very welcoming and was the complete opposite of micromanagement, gave everyone the opportunity to be their own boss. Because if you have buy-in and you know that your actions are affecting the organization directly, you have so much more agency and you feel the need to take action and you don't wait to be told what to do. So it's really a group where all of my team takes the initiative.